Okay, so we made it back home, and we went and got our damn lobster tail. They tried to try us. They had forgot our lobster tail, but we went and got it. So now we're back home. We can finally have our lunch, and we figured we'll have like a little chit chat, seafood mukbang with y'all, real quick. Just doing a little catching up, talking all things house, relationship, you know, all that good stuff. I bet this seafood too good. Yeah. When y'all go to my fault. Oh, right here. When y'all go to Mr. and Mrs. Craig, y'all gotta get the combo A. Add sausage, mussels, eggs. It already come with the shrimp, the snow crab legs, the lobster tail, potatoes. That's huge. But anyway. So what's been happening? We just wanted to share a little bit about the home buying process, that whole ordeal, what it was like. Want to give y'all a few pointers if you are either experiencing it right now, thinking about buying a home, and if you're buying a home with a significant other, like some do's and don'ts when it comes to like your relationship, because all of that is important and it plays a factor. For those of you that don't know, we moved from Tampa here for that very reason, like to save up to buy a home. We had intentions on moving further north, so we wanted to buy a home in Georgia. But once we got down here, and I started my business, Fern started her business, things just started going. I don't know, it started moving fast. And it was to the point where it was like, well, we can't just up and leave with our business.
Because then we'll be starting from scratch again, which could have either helped or hurt us in the long run. So
we're just like, okay, forget it, let's start. Well, let's keep saving, and we're just gonna see where it takes us. Because I didn't think we would be able to buy a home down here.
Yeah, South Florida.
Like, it's expensive. It's expensive, like, so I just didn't think we would be able to get a house. But we was put to the test, and my parents played like a major role in like pushing us and helping us save, and like guiding us. So we was just like, forget it, let's go for it. So we had saved up a decent amount, and for anybody that's like looking or wondering how much they should save when it comes to like finding a house, it all determines on like how much you're looking to spend on the house. So like for some places, $200,000 is enough to find like a nice home. Some places $150 is enough. Like down here, you're looking at the threes and up. Yeah. So it's like it all depends on where you at and how much the houses are going for. And that's how we pretty much determine how much we wanted to save. And you can always save more, but as far as like the minimum. So once we reached that goal, we was like, let's just try it. And since moving down here, I would always look at houses, whether it was here, Atlanta, Houston, like I would always be looking at houses. And so I was like, forget it, let's just see if we can get pre-approved for a home. And one day we just went to my realtor and did that, and we got pre-approved. And then from there, we was like, okay, well, time to find a house. So we went house hunting. It would be days where I was driving around and just looking at different areas because we wanted to be up this way with my parents. So I would ride around, look in different areas, see what I find. Then we came across, like 3 houses. They would all have an open house on the same day. So we went Went the realtor to those 3 different places. And the last place we went to is the house we end up buying. The first 2 places was trash. When we got to this place, me and my daddy, we walked in and off the rip, like, we went to the backyard, we saw how much yard it was. So my daddy was like, put a bid in. Shit started moving fast. He was like, put a bid in. I'm like, wait, hold up. So we ain't gonna look at no more houses? He was like, look, you gotta get what's there while it's there. So put a bid in. I think like a day or 2 later, they accepted our offer. We put an offer in and they accepted the offer. And from there, like, it was all paperwork. And in the midst of that, we were still like collecting funds, saving to make sure we had enough, because we had to put a down payment. Well, when you first start the process, you got to put money in the escrow, and then from there, at the end, we got the down payment, the closing costs, all the fees and stuff, appraisal fees,
inspection fee.
Yeah, all those fees, a whole bunch of fees. So we wanted to make sure we had enough money for that, on top of having money for the closing and so forth. Oh, I'm tired. So
Everything is a fee. Just know that.
But through the whole process, like, once they accepted the offer, even before they accepted the offer, we would go over to the house, sit in the driveway,
And we'll pray.
pray together. We went over there, I don't know how many times. Even after they accepted the offer, and then we was going through the whole process, like, we was just praying.
And we still praying. We just went to the house the other day.
And stood in the living room. Construction going on, we praying. But we did a lot of praying and manifesting. But fast forward to closing day. We closed. And the crazy thing was, we were supposed to close on my birthday.
Yeah.
The closing date was supposed to be on my birthday. But you'll see, when it comes to the house and things, like,
Things vary, things can change.
like crazy. So we end up closing a week after my birthday, which is fine. I didn't give a damn when we closed. At that point, I was just happy we was closing. So the whole process was a learning process.
Yes.
There was a lot of paperwork, a lot of information. Learned about like insurance, home insurance. There's a whole bunch.
Making sure that you have money saved up. What is it? Like 6 months to a year in advance.
Oh yeah. So, and that's what helped us out. So when we first moved down here, we started putting money in a savings account. And that's the same savings account that we used when we got the pre-approval and everything. Like, they looked at that account to make sure we had that exact money, or had enough money saved up 6 months prior to us applying.
Yes.
Like, you can't just wake up and be like, oh, I want to buy a house tomorrow, and think that you're finna go put $30,000 in the account. Unless you have like $300,000, unless you're paying cash for the house. But if you're looking to finance, like, no, you gotta have that money in that account for some time. They want to make sure you're able to save up and not touch that money, and that's what we did. So it took us literally a year. It was a little less than a year, really. But we saved up that money, kept it in the account,
And did not touch it.
and didn't touch it. Kept adding, all the way up into the process. So that was another thing that kind of helped us out. What else?
If you're going to purchase a home with your significant other, both parties need to make sure that they are a great help to one another in regards to everything when it comes to the house, because it can get stressful.
Yep, you don't want one person doing more than
the
the
other
other.
person.
Like everybody should play their part
Mhm.
equally. I mean, some people if they can handle all that stress, cool.
But
But
it's
that's
just
what
you.
helped us.
Yeah.
Like I'm the type of person that I won't help.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna have doing, and then you get to do each person gets to experience it, so you never know what may happen. Like you never know what may happen, and then you may have to go through a process like this on your own.
Yeah.
And if you ain't help out with this process, you ain't gonna know
You
what
don't
to
know
do
what to
on
do
your own.
on your own.
It's like
If
you're gonna be
it
starting from
happens
scratch.
that way.
So it's best that both parties actually do play a major role in
Yes.
the whole process.
Because it can get kind of, hectic and stressful. So you want to try to kind of keep both of your stress levels down as much as possible.
By helping each other out.
I know for some people, most people, well, not most people, it just depends half and half. When they get a home, it be moving ready for the most part. Ours, it was moving ready, but not to our standards. So that's why we are doing renovations in the home.
And that was another thing. So we had money saved up for the down payment, which we oversaved, which helped. So that left us some money to add in with our other saved money to do the renovations for the house. So, like she said, it wasn't to the point where it was like we had to gut the whole thing, but we wanted to.
Yes.
Because my parents just bought a house. That's what they did. So it was like, I kind of liked how they were able to make everything how they wanted it.
And that's what we're doing in our home. We're making it exactly how we want it.
Like we picked our flooring. We picked everything. We picked
Absolutely everything. The flooring, bathrooms, the rooms, the kitchen, everything is like from
We picking it from us. Yeah.
our brains. So that's the beauty in this process right now.
But main reason, my favorite part of the house right now is the yard.
Their yard is so.
We on a corner lot. So if you already know, you know, corner lots are huge. And our backyard is
huge,
big. Like it's big to the point we could put a pool back there and still have
so much space.
a whole yard. So that was my favorite thing. And then and we got a garage. That was another thing. Like I really, really, really wanted a garage. And when we first started looking and thinking about buying down here, we thought we wasn't gonna be able to pay for a single family home. So we were looking at condos, we were looking at townhouses. And my daddy was just like, nah, not no townhouse. You gotta share walls with people.
It's like less privacy.
Yeah.
When you're in your own home, it's so much.
So when we came across this place, it had a big yard, garage. It's a 4-2. We made it a 3-2 because we wanted a big master bedroom. So we making it a 3-2, but 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, 2-car garage, and a huge lot.
It was a win-win.
Yep. All we had to do was do the little touches, fix it up here and there.
And I can't wait for y'all to see when everything is like done.
Yep.
It's gonna be nice, y'all.
So we're gonna bring y'all on this process with us. So y'all can see the upgrades. It's a lot of stuff we want to do to the home that we're going to do to the home.
And then it's overtime. Everything takes time. Nothing happens overnight. It's a process. It is a process. It can be done. If you're thinking about, getting a new home, or even if you're in a home now and want to do renovations, go for it. Just plan properly. Save whatever needs to be saved if you don't already have savings, and then take everything one day at a time.
And a part of saving, a huge thing that helped us was making sacrifices. Like, a lot of people don't want to make sacrifices. Like, people hate making sacrifices. They want to be on the scene. They want to go here. You want to take a trip every 3 months, every other month. You want to... No.
When I say when...
No. And what helped us was the pandemic. The pandemic helped, But on top of the pandemic, like when stuff started opening back up, we still
still
was
was
like, no. I was telling her like, let's get our house now.
We'll play later.
Yeah, play later. So I was like, let's get this house now, and let's play later. Like, just it ain't nothing but an investment, money in the bank.
Yep.
And I was not playing about that. Like, I watched my mom and them get a house, and they were really pushing like, y'all need to get a house. You know, it's an investment. And the crazy part is when we left Tampa, we told ourselves this would be the last time we would rent.
We did say that. We was like, that was the last time we would rent an apartment.
And we were faced with situations where we was like, you think we should get an apartment while we was down here? And we just didn't. I don't even know what happened, but we just didn't get no apartment down here. We stayed down, stayed with my parents until we were able to save up. And
now we here.
Bought our house. So yeah, just stay down. I be seeing the post where it be like, if you stay down for just 1 year, you don't know where to take you. Yeah. And that's pretty much like what we did. That sums up. And we had people mad at us because we didn't go here and there. Some people understood, but the ones that didn't understand then,
they
hopefully you understand now.
They
like,
see now.
It was just certain things. Yeah, we said no to a lot of stuff, but it is what it is. Some people got the funds to just be able to go here, go there, do this, do that, and buy a house. But us, the route we wanted to take, like that could have been done if we was moving to Georgia.
Yeah.
Cause Georgia, everybody moved to Georgia.
It's
everybody buy a house in Georgia. Like, it's easier to do it there. But here, no man.
Say maybe our next property.
Oh, and that's what's next.
Our next property
So
might be
right
in
there.
Georgia.
Yep.
It's coming though.
Stay right there.
But yeah,
We on property number 2 now. We got number 1. Now it's on for number 2.
Yep. But that pretty much sums up everything for the most part. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, and we'll definitely get back to y'all.
Yeah, I already had people been writing me, asking me pointers on what they should do. I be like, look, sit down somewhere, sacrifice.
Stay down
chill
till you
pill.
come up.
Yeah, stay down.
Because all
till
these
you come
places,
up.
they not going anywhere.
Mexico still gonna be there. And Jamaica still gonna be there. Puerto Rico still gonna be there.
That club gonna be right
Man,
there.
if you in the club, this is
People love the
I'm
club.
talking about the trips. Cause that's where the money. Well, I mean, if you go to the club a lot enough, you've been spent. You'd be amazed at how much you spend on stuff like that. And I know, cause we used to take trips. Y'all know trips we used to take. People probably was like, damn, they ain't going nowhere.
No
they ain't
trip.
been
They ain't
nowhere.
going nowhere. But
got
we
a
gonna get back
house.
to it.
We got our house.
We got our house, y'all.
But yeah, so y'all stay tuned while we do these, while we give y'all updates on the renovations. That's gonna be fun. So y'all can see a lot of the before and after videos and pictures.
And like we said earlier, share different color schemes or different ideas y'all think we should try in the house. Like I said, it's bare. Well, it's going to be bare when we get in there. We start from scratch. We start from scratch. So lay out all the pointers. We went to Home Goods earlier for the first time. We love Home Goods, so understand we gonna be in Home Goods a lot.
And so far our bathroom and our bedroom, well, the 3 rooms. So our bathroom, the 3 rooms, we got a huge master closet that we designed. We were able to make. We got in there, ripped walls down. We did some renovation. But yeah, we was able to design our closet the way we wanted it. And the bathroom. So everything really.
Literally everything.
That's what's almost done. So our bathroom almost done, and the 3 rooms almost done. Our floors get delivered this Saturday, and that's starting Monday. Supposed to be, and then it's on to the kitchen.
That pretty much sums up everything. Like I said, follow this journey. We're gonna be sharing everything with you all.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Like this video,
Comment, share, subscribe.
all that good stuff.
If you're not already, make sure you follow us on our personal pages. Shayna Booby on
And
Insta.
Lee Honcho.
Lee Honcho, and together our joint page is It's Faye Lee.
No underscores, no nothing.
Yeah, just straight It's Faye Lee. Aside of that, we appreciate y'all for
Making it this far in this video.
Mhm.
And if you would like to see more, just let us know.
What's up? But with that being said, we see y'all next time. We out.
Peace.
Peace.